Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night to you all from all over the world. Welcome to HMG Network, broadcasting from the Greater Washington Metropolitan. I am Freeman Singirankabo, and this is The Gifts Within Us, or The Gifts Inside of Us. And in our programming today, we have a special guest. We'll be talking to one of the business uh, owners here in the Greater Washington Metropolitan. But before we jump right in, today in the United States on the September 22nd is a day which is dedicated to businesswomen. So today is a businesswoman's day here in the United States, and we want to give a shout out to all you businesswomen out there, and we want to give you a huge thanks. And we say we want to celebrate you. We celebrate you and want to say thank you. Thank you for all that you've been doing for us here in the United States and for the economy. And with that in mind, I also want to read just a little bit of what the administration has put out as far as also celebrating the women. So the president today sent out a message, a presidential message for American Businesswoman Day, American Businesswoman's Day on this September 22nd. Here it goes. He said that the American Businesswoman's Day is an opportunity for us to recognize the brilliant and ingenious women who strengthen the American economy and enrich the fabric of our nation. These extraordinary leaders, entrepreneurs, business owners, and risk takers are role models, and their contribution to the prosperity of the United States are immeasurable. Today, we pledge to continue our efforts to support and empower these bold and dedicated women in the pursuit of their American dream. Now, here's the good news, y'all, in case you all didn't know. Americans' labor force includes 77 women ages from 16 and beyond. It represents 47% of the total workforce here in the United States, and they hold more than 51% of all management, professional, and related occupation, serving in leadership roles throughout American businesses. Big up to you, all women out there. We really celebrate you. Moreover, women are now a majority of the college educated labor force for the first time in history of the United States. Think about that, y'all. Guys, y'all better wake up. Despite this tremendous progress, however, there is still much work to be done. That's a part of the message that was sent out by the president as he celebrated this very unique and beautiful day of American business women. So with that in mind, guys, I also today have a guest, one of our guests to the show today. She's a business owner. She's a founder and a business owner of Dystrict Clothing. And our special guest of honor, her name is Tashameka Hinson. And with that in mind, Tashameka, good afternoon and good evening. Please welcome and say hello to our viewers.
Hello, you all. My name is Tashameka Hinson. I'm the founder and owner of Dystrict Clothing. I'm based in Washington, D.C., born and raised in Washington, D.C. also. But I plan on reaching the whole world, though.
Thanks, Tasha. So now, as I just gave you a little small intro for those of you guys who have not been following, when I met you and you spoke to me and you told me about your business, I was so excited. But the fact that you've taken charge, of starting a brand new business in the district, in the Washington metropolitan. How did the idea of starting a business came to be, and what exactly have you done, and how did you get started? Can you give us a little more about that?
Well, I was always business minded, but I just waited around for 3 years and for the third year, I just decided to just jump out there and go and see what happens. And I did that. I went and I purchased my business license and my permit to do it at my home. I got a logo made and did everything I had to do business wise to get my business up and running. Um, and like I said, I just went for it. I didn't think about it, didn't second guess myself. I just went out there, and so far, so good.
So far, so good. What's the name of your business, Mika?
The name of my business is Dystrict Clothing, with a Y, Dystricting clothing. I decided to go with the District Clothing. I just sat down one day and I brainstormed a little bit, and I thought that would be like the perfect fit because I'm DC everything, like sports, everything. I love my city, so I decided I wanted to bring something, back to my city. So I named it District Clothing. I thought that was the perfect fit for my brand, but I didn't want to just reach the people in Washington D.C. I hope to start with them, but I want to be able to, spread across the country with my brand.
So since the business have started, how long have you been in operation right now?
I've been in operation for almost 2 years now, since March 2018.
Okay, and how is business?
Business been pretty good. Like, I really didn't think that, you know, it would go the way that it's going. I have a lot of family support, a lot of friends, and also people that I don't even know. They just like what they see. So that's why I plan to provide good quality work, to my customers and to my family, whoever, just, customers, period. Like, I plan to give good quality work. And as you go from the beginning to well, I won't say the end because I plan on keep doing it as long as I can. But from the beginning, it's a starting point, but also you get somewhere with it. Like, it grows, as the years go on. So it's a process, and I plan on seeing what the outcome is.
Yeah, that's awesome. And so I understand that when you started, you really were thinking community in mind, and you've had so far family members, friends, and some strangers have been helping you out. So how big in a district? How far are you reaching the audience within a district itself? Before we even talk about in the surroundings.
Well, I feel like I don't feel like I've made it as far as I know I can go, and I know it's going to get there one day. Like I said, it's a process, but I feel like I've reached out to a good amount of people. I've had some of my family and friends come to me and tell me that they've seen people on the train, or they've seen people out in Maryland or Virginia or anywhere, with my brand on, and it brings smiles to me. It brings me joy just to know that people care enough to support Black-owned businesses.
That's good. Oh, by the way, I'm one of them. I really meant to get a T-shirt. Next time when you and I do an interview, I really would like to be wearing one of your T-shirt or even a hat. I really want to get one of them so I can also represent and support you as an entrepreneur. So far, what kind of product are you producing right now? And do you have a range of a product, or is it something only specific that you're producing thus far?
Well, I started out with t-shirts and hats, but I have went from the t-shirts and the hats to hoodies and jackets. I do jeans. I can also do socks, backpacks. bags, any kind of bag, towels, you name it. The sky's the limit with a clothing brand, and I plan on, getting further with it and venturing out to other things, not just, vinyl. You can venture out to screen print. You can venture out to embroidery. I mean, the sky's the limit. Like, it's it's a beautiful thing.
I like that. Wow. And do you have some help? Are you employing anybody right now? Or do you get to do you do a whole lot of this on your own, or you employed some people?
Well, right now, for the last almost 2 years, I've been doing it alone. I've had help from family members and friends, but um, I'm in the process of trying to teach some of my family, the process of designing and cutting out the vinyl and pressing and, making sure everything is perfect on a t-shirt. Um, but I haven't trained anyone yet, and I know when that time comes, that means bigger things are happening when I get to train other people.
Yes, of course, of course. And what are the biggest challenges have you been meeting, and how can we be able to help? What are the main challenges that you've been encountering?
Well, some of the main challenges that I encountered so far, like when I first started, like it was a headache trying to learn how to not really design because I had outsourced, designs, but mainly like trying to gather all the information for the software that helps me design my product and cut it out and learning how to weave the vinyl and just making sure that the design is perfect. When I'm not going to lie, when I first started, some of my shirts was kind of off, but my family understood. And guess what? They still wear the ones that's a little crooked on the shirt. But that was just a learning process, for me. And now today, I got it down packed. Like, you know, I just have everything down packed, but trying to get those resources and those connections, to help you further along with your business, go along with your business. That's kind of one of the challenges because a lot of people, don't like to give out information, for things that they figured out. So,
Yeah.
I just try to maintain my course and follow my path. And I know those connections will come through one day soon.
I think sometimes, yes, even though most people do like to keep their own information by themselves, the only way we are
Yes.
going to thrive, especially in business, we have to link with the right minds. Have you found
Yes.
any other businesses operating either in the district or operating outside of the district where you could actually bump your head with them and maybe even just get with them and see some of the things that they have been doing in order for them to be more successful with their business, so that you also don't have to reinvent the wheel. Any luck with that in that area? Have you been able to link with any thus far?
So far, I'll say maybe like not far as, getting product, your blanks and, wholesale wear. Um, Not really. Maybe like designing and things like that, people that can draw and stuff like that, but nothing coming from another brand to try to connect, to help other people. No.
I hope that we can actually connect you with some businesses, because I do know that there are some well-established business who definitely can do share some information. I think it's a matter of connecting with the right business, and those who are hating for the lack of better word, you can still shine, and I know you are going to shine. I mean, I saw what you're doing, and it's amazing. So what are the big plans that you have coming ahead, especially now that you've already started moving on and and wiggle around all those hoops and hoops. You I think right now you're a little more stable and you know how to do away with some of the things that you don't necessarily have on a lie down, but you have also learned so much within these past 2 years. What's your way forward right now?
Well, and my future goals is to hopefully get my website up and kicking, so people can see, the things that I offer, and also
Yeah.
um, getting a YouTube page started. That's definitely on my plan to do list, and a storefront. Hopefully, that's my goal, and that when that day come, I'm gonna be real proud of myself. That's definitely my ultimate goal is to get a storefront started,
That's good.
and
That's good.
also, um, hopefully, I can teach children and adults, how to start a business and come up with a plan, a regimen to get kids started on becoming young entrepreneurs, even adults, age is just a number. So, I hopefully I plan on doing that soon.
That's really good. Well, anything we can do to help, certainly. I'm publicly saying that I would definitely support you because I absolutely love what you're doing, and you've worked so hard at it. And any help that we can offer, you can come in, and I'm definitely going to support you. Not just because I'm a brother, but also I believe in being an entrepreneur, and not only that, the jobs and the community, it's really going to also benefit a whole lot from the work that you're doing, even though right now it may seem like it's a whole lot because you still are, small. But the more help and the more resources that you are receiving, or that you do get, things are gonna get even better and better and better. Now, I know that the district. I was just reading of there was so since today is an international day of business women. There's something that the president said earlier, and I just wanted to read it a little bit and just get your take on. So here he said that. Let me just read it out. It's a quick paragraph. It says here that so the American Business Women's Day is an opportunity for us to recognize the brilliant and ingenious women who strengthen the American economy and enrich the fabric of our nation. These extraordinary leaders, entrepreneurs, business owners, and risk takers are role models, and their contribution to our prosperity of the United States are immeasurable. So, today he said we pledge to continue our efforts to support and empower these bold and dedicated women in the pursuit of their own American dream. So, in another word, I don't know whether you knew it, but today it is an international day for business women. But also something really good that interesting and very good that I found. America's labor force includes 77 million women, ages between 16 years old and above. It also represents 47% of the total labor force in the United States, and they hold more than 51% of all management profession or any occupation related to that. So, meaning what you're doing today is not a small thing. You're joining these 7 million of women who are entrepreneurs. How does that make you feel, especially that when you started it, it felt like you pretty much were carrying the whole world on your shoulders? How does it feel to know that there are other women who are as entrepreneurial as you are yourself? And what would you hope to receive, or what message would you like to send to these women? But also, if they are listening to you right now, what would you want to ask them as another businesswoman out here, really providing and pushing the economy for the little you're doing with your company, in collaboration with the rest of these women all over the United States, what would be your message to them, and what would you want to ask of them?
Well, 77 million women, like, that's huge. And to be a part of that, like, that's really huge. And I plan on helping more little girls, more women to increase their number, But if I could talk to those 77 million women, I would probably ask them what was their process like, and how did they go about their process and becoming entrepreneurs and just all kinds of things. But like, if I could probably be in front of them, and my message to them is to keep grinding, keep going for what you inspire to be, and get more businesses open. Like, don't just stop at one. It's a million more out here that we can do, and that's my goal also, to just keep on striving for greatness and try to open more businesses and for my kids and my grandkids, in the future. So, and other young children, and that's my goal.
Have you started looking into checking in with the district or loans to broaden your business and to go beyond the District of Columbia? Have you gone to the Better Business Bureau or the Small Business Division where you could potentially get some loan or some help from there?
I haven't, not at the moment. I haven't took out any loans or seek any yet, but it has been in talks lately. I'm just trying to see, what I can do to get myself in a better position, for my business to be run properly, so that way people can see how it's done, and how you go about things, and you start small and you finish big.
That's awesome. Now, take us through the process from the time you started creating your first T-shirt up until now, when you actually know what you're doing. What's that process like? When you're creating another design, what goes in your mind, and from the inception of that thought up until when you're actually visually looking at it? Can you walk us through what's that process like, and how does that make you feel?
Man, my first T-shirt, like I said, some of it was cricket. I'm not even gonna lie, but it was awesome. Like, just knowing all the hard work I put in with, studying how to, the process of becoming a businesswoman. It was huge. Like, I just felt like I was on top of the world, doing that first T-shirt. But now it's even more bigger for me, because when I come up with new design or a new style, I send it to my family to see what they think. Just trying to get some input on stuff for my brand. And they give me a lot of good input. But now I just go with it. I just go with the flow now. It's like it's second nature to me. So doing a T-shirt, but doing a fresh design and new styles, it's awesome, because you get to see the work that you put in, and it pays off.
Wow. And do you you may or may not, do you have anything with you right now, something that is so meaningful that you always remember, and that gets you going, as far as from the time you started making them up until now? Do you have any one particular design that makes you want to do another design? Do you have anything like that?
Of course, my logo. Let me see if I can grab this. This is my logo. And doing more designs after this. Even though I didn't do this design, someone created it for me. it's like when I see it on someone, it brings me joy, you know. So just being able to continue and do more designs and more styles, and I know is better is coming, is coming. So like I just try to keep grinding and doing different designs to try to, you know, keep up with some of these other jokers out here. So I got to stay on top of my game, you know, with the new stuff that's coming out.
Okay. Wow. I mean, I would love to visit you one of those days with a camera, if it would be okay with you, and just
Sure.
take a few shots when you're actually making one of those t-shirts, because I think it would be
Yeah.
fantastic for the viewers to see what that's like,
Yes.
and to see you actually tracing in real time.
Yeah, that's why I think it's going to be huge, you know, once I start my YouTube page, and also once I try to get into place, you know, how I can teach classes on learning how to start a business, from getting your business license to getting your logo made, coming up with a name and all kinds of things, how much it costs, and, you know, how to design, how to create a t-shirt, and how to weave vinyl and all kinds of things. So like I said, those are two of my main goals. You know, getting that YouTube page started and teaching classes, and also getting that storefront. So yeah.
We're gonna get that done. I can promise you that. Whatever it takes, because you've already done all the hard work, and I think also I want to put it out here in Washington D.C. Man, there are so many of you guys who are entrepreneurs, who are techies, who can actually join Tashameka with her business, but also who can give her some support and some love. You guys, please reach out to her. Right underneath there is her. She does have a phone number you can reach her through, an Instagram you can reach her through. But I do believe very, very, very soon she's also going to have her business website. So please, for those of you guys who are in Washington D.C., even in the surrounding of Washington D.C., please get with the sister, get with this businesswoman, and do share some best practices, because I do believe when one of us comes out and becomes successful, all of us become successful as Americans. And that's something that you cannot dispute. So please reach out to her. Meka, could you give out your Instagram handle?
Yes, my Instagram handle is at Dystrict Clothing, DYSTRICT CLOTHING, and my telephone number is 202-421-8261.
I hope you guys are listening. We are going to also do post all her information in the description, especially for those of you guys watching from the social medias, all platforms. We'll make sure that we do list this information. So please reach out to her. She's a very strong businesswoman, a fantastic businesswoman. I saw some of her stuff, high quality stuff, guys, and do support her. And I know that she's also been helping out with the community. Can you talk a little bit of some of the things you've been doing with the community, Meka?
Yes. I have a mentoring program supporting kids that I attended when I was just 6 years old. I was planning on giving back to the kids, all the kids that did good in school last year, that made honor roll. So hopefully I can give back to those children. And also this year I plan on giving back to kids also that's doing good in school. You know, each time they make the honor roll, I plan on, you know, giving them a free T-shirt or a free hat. You know, something just to keep them motivated.
Yeah. And how often do you get to meet the communities? And do you also have enough time to actually participate, or it's something that you're still working on?
Um, this will be actually the first time I will be able to give back to the kids. So, I'm kind of stoked about that. I love to see the kids doing great in school because that lets me know that they motivated and they want to succeed in life. So, anything I can do to give them an extra push, because I know it's always,
Yeah,
some days that you don't want to do anything. So, that extra push is always a good thing to, let someone knows that you looking at the good things that they're doing.
that's awesome. And last but
Yeah.
not the least, for those outside of the Washington D.C. Who would love to one know your products, how can they reach you in terms of how do you take online orders? How do you do your transaction?
Um, Mainly, so far, I just, they've been reaching out to me via cell phone, via Instagram, and I, they let me know what they want, and I get the order done in a timely fashion to, help them with their order.
All right. So your Instagram is your biggest way to communicate with the audience. I guess we
Yes.
want to make sure that we help you get that website up and running, and
Yes.
whatever it is we need
Okay.
to do to actually just make sure that you move on forward as fast as we can.
Okay.
Any last words
Great.
for our viewers for you?
Yes, I just, want to let everybody know, if you have the inkle of a business thought, go for it. Don't second guess yourself. Just jump out there, just go for it, give it a try. You never know what might happen. You might become the biggest business owner ever, So whether you're young, whether you're old, just go for it. Like I said, don't second guess yourself, and also go support District Clothing.
I like that. You guys just heard. This is our special guest, Tashameka Hinson.
Yep.
She's the founder and owner of the District Clothing, which is located in Washington D.C. Guys, please do come and check her work out on her Instagram, her cell phone number, and soon to come her website. She's an amazing woman, y'all. Y'all gotta meet her. She's fantastic. All the stuff that she has, I'm right? So they need to meet you. They need to meet you because I was blown when I met you, and I think that
Thank you.
the sky is a limit for you. And I know that with the ideas and the zeal that you have within you, nothing in this world would just be impossible for you. The same way the rest of you young ladies out there, even men. But today, since it's a special day for business women, I just want to put it out there. All you young ladies, look at Tashameka today. She's been working so hard for her business. No matter how small it is going to be as big as any one of these big brands that you see. But she did the best and the most important thing, which is to get started. And because she was able to get started, you guys can do the same. But also for those of you who are just absolutely pioneers in all kinds of businesses, we want you guys to get closer to the rest of these women's, including Tasha. Share with her some of your best practices so that she may be able to push her business to the next level as well. And with that in mind, we want to give you guys a huge, huge, huge thanks for having followed our program, especially you, Mecca, for making the time to have joined us and sharing us all these wonderful things that you are doing. It is really, really, really exciting.
Thank you. Likewise. Likewise. Thank you for having me.
You're welcome. You're welcome. So until next time, guys, this has been Freeman with HMG Network, and we want to give you thanks again. And for those of you who are on social media, YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, all these platforms, by all means, if you haven't already subscribed, do subscribe. And for those of you who have already subscribed, we want to give you a huge thanks. And by the way, we have our WhatsApp line also. You can feel free to join us on our next broadcast. Even on this one, most of you guys who could, you did, and those who are online sending out this shout out, do send us some shout out to Tashameka on her Instagram. We will make sure that we put it down again. And until next time, guys, we wanna give you a huge farewell. And I want to wish you a super fantastic weekend. Until next time, this has been Freeman again with HMG Network here in the Greater Washington, D.C. Thank you, guys.
Thank you.